Can't say 2023 and not mention generative AI. Maybe you already heard of it through the general media with Pope Francis in a white buffer coat, or you heard about protests in Hollywood. You might have found yourself on a different part of the internet where people were generating Barbie-hammered pictures or Mountain Dew collectors. Or if you're lucky, maybe your friend has done some slightly macabre AI experiments with your face. Whatever it was, taking all of this into account, maybe you're wondering what is going on in the space and even want to get started yourself. As part of this video series, we will cover some of these topics and we will attempt to demystify generative AI for you. But it probably makes sense to start with the question, what is generative AI? And this is what we will cover in the first episode in the next few minutes. What you might not have realized is that generative AI has been around for a while and you might have already used it in the past. For example, Google Translate, which was released in 2006, started using Gen AI in the form of neural machine translation and sequence-to-sequence models back in 2016, replacing the then prevalent phrase-based systems. Or you might be familiar with Amazon Alexa or Siri. These guys have been using text-to-speech systems for a while now, which, given a text-based input, will generate a response in a human-like speech. So what is it that makes generative AI possible? Most of today's focus on AI research is in the field of neural networks, a technology inspired by how our brain works. It has also been applied in other systems like the recommender system in Netflix or for classification tasks like fraud detection. The thing that makes generative AI different from the more traditional approaches is a problem space it's applied in. Instead of making recommendations or predictions, it generates content. This might make you wonder, what content are we talking about here? In general, the content that gets generated depends on the model you're using. The ones you're probably most familiar with are taking text as an input and generate text as an output as well, like for example ChatGPT, Llama, or PaLM. Other models take text as an input and generate images like Midjourney, or generate speech like WaveNet, or even video like Imagine Video. But not only the output, also the input of your model can change, for example, feeding it an image and getting back an adapted image, an image description, or even a video. So where does Gen AI fit in the broader field? To put generative AI in a bit of a context, let's start completely at the top with AI or artificial intelligence, which deals with building systems that mimic human intelligence. The subfield of AI is machine learning, which uses algorithms to teach computers to learn patterns from data without explicit rules. The field of deep learning, in turn, is a technique within machine learning that uses deep neural networks, which are basically interconnected nodes and neurons to learn from data. And all the way at the bottom, we finally have generative AI, which is a subset of deep learning that focuses on creating content. So you might be thinking, sounds great, shall I jump on the bandwagon? And even though there's a lot of buzz about generative AI and it's an exciting area of development, it might not necessarily be the silver bullet for all your use cases. While this new breed of LLMs can still often be used for discriminative tasks like classifying data, it might be slightly overqualified for the job. More traditional techniques, like for example a decision tree, might be more performant, both accuracy and latency-wise, as well as computationally more efficient, and thus cheaper to run when you build it from scratch. Let us know what you think about the first episode below in the comments and if there's any content you would like us to cover. And stay tuned for the next episode in which we'll be further demystifying generative AI.